Welcome to Subramani. The pandemic has done a lot of things to a lot of people. Some of us are privileged that we have a roof, we have electricity, we have food on the table, and we are choosing what to do with our time and with our money, right? So I think we have learned one thing. We have learned to allocate our time more sensibly. So I'm doing more trainings and meetings during the pandemic than I was doing otherwise because I'm not traveling. So if I'm doing a 3-hour training, it's just a 3-hour training, right? Whereas if I did a 3-hour training in say Bhubaneswar or in Ludhiana or Chandigarh, it would mean I'm spending maybe 48 hours for doing that 3-hour training. So yes, definitely that has helped. Though I do think in the longer run I would still want my interaction because I think I'm much better doing it live. So whether it will happen, I'm not getting into it. But one thing we all have realized is how we allocate our time and doing what we want to do and choosing with whom we want to be in touch. And so a lot of people would have prioritized. Many of us would have also defined what is our own enough. Like I have done one video saying we all have excess of some things, right? Whether it is the waistcoat, whether it is the formal coat, whether it is kurta or shoes or something which we have provided definitely beyond our lifetime. So if you have suits, if you have 4 or 5 suits, I mean I'm stuck with 3 4, I don't think I will be able to finish exhausting them by the time I die. How many times am I going to wear it? I can get rid of it right away, right? So I can get away with this kind of a coat for the rest of my life. Similarly, shoes and shorts and t-shirts, running t-shirts, you suddenly realize that taking stock, you realize that you have enough of many things. Maybe you don't have enough of money, I'm not getting into that, but we have enough of many things which have all happened because they've been built little unconsciously. Like when you go to buy hankies, you don't buy one, you buy a dozen, then it just stays. Then you buy another dozen, it stays. It actually stays for 12-13 years, but we don't even realize whether it is socks or hankies or any of those things. Good time to take stock, good time to declutter, and then reprioritize, saying what you want to do, right? You have money, you have maybe another 20-30 years to live, but you realize that you have money for that also. So beyond that, so all the basic questions of do I need to earn more, do I need to, so some of us are privileged to sit back and think about these things. Many others are struggling with day-to-day looking after the office requirements, children schooling, adult children not being able to visit parents, grandparents, etc., not being able to attend funerals and weddings. They've all, I mean, the only way you can attend those is through Zoom. So those kinds have been there. So the worst, of course, have been the funerals. If you want to go and support somebody, the person who dies is different, but if you wanted to support somebody around them, bad luck, but you've just been able to do it on phone and video and Zoom. So those are some of the things. So you have to decide what you want, prioritize, see how you want your children to remember you. So talk to them, at least on phone. Make sure that you've made your will. Make sure that your papers are organized. It takes a very long time to organize papers in India because just changing the name is not sufficient. Some companies have to be, I mean, my father died in 2018. I'm still getting checks in his name in spite of the fact that the bank account demat has been changed. So something keeps coming up. So attend to those things, right? And a lot of help is not available for these things, so you have to do them yourself. Find out how you want to be remembered, find out how you want to allocate your assets, find out how you want to allocate your time, which is perhaps the most precious asset. and then life will go on, because the pandemic will one day be conquered, whether it is 2021 or 2022. The vaccine will be in place. We will all start traveling. I have no clue how we will react to will some industry completely close down? Well, definitely the supply is going down in the hotel industry. Many small hotels are unable to survive. They will shut down. Internationally speaking, a lot of airlines will shut down. The airline manufacturers, the airplane manufacturers are not going to be in good shape for a pretty long period of time. Weaker airlines will shut down. Stronger airlines will remain strong and get stronger because people have started traveling again. However, the economy related, look at my own travel. My travel has come down to zero. Now, whether a mutual fund or a pharma company or a bank or an insurance company decides that, okay, this can continue to happen on Zoom, or will they say, no, you need to travel again? So if I travel again, look at the economies. I mean, I'll stay in a hotel or in a club, and I will travel by air or by train, whatever. So all those things contribute to the economy. Now suddenly, if all of us decide to cut back on expenses, look at the amount of money that is being saved. Look at the bank sitting saying we have no clue where to lend. People are not borrowing. People are not committing to big expenses. And why would they? Because if they're seeing bodies fall all around them, they know one day it will come for them. So people who have lost jobs, or people who are near friends who have lost jobs, all those things hurt, and all those things will definitely slow down the economy. But if you are privileged and you don't have any of these problems, then be lucky and do some introspection, make your will, which is very important. Just having a nomination is not sufficient. Even if you're a husband and wife and you're joint owners, you still need a will. So pay attention to all those things, because we have a lot of time. We are saving 3-4 hours every day of travel, and even if you're traveling to office, you're traveling only on alternate days. So pay attention to these things, attend to these, look at the positive aspect of the coronavirus. It has given you time to introspect, to decide how people should remember you for your life on this planet, and just organize your finances better. All of us can definitely organize our finances better and the documentation better. Maybe rationalize. Maybe you have invested in 40 mutual funds. Maybe you need only 12. Right? Maybe you've never taken exposure to an international fund. Maybe it's time to look at an international fund which invests in 3-4 locations abroad, in Japan, in China, in Korea, Taiwan, US, and Europe. So if it invests in all these places, take a exposure there, have a look at the portfolio, right? Do those things. It's a good time to be introspecting and decluttering. Thank you.